Bakers have many secrets, and today I'm going to show you 7 new ones. Well, I don't know if they're new because they're already in the channel, but today you're going to see all them together in this same video. Tip number 1. Here on the counter I have 3 different flours. I have an all-purpose flour, bread flour, and rye flour. And I'm going to hydrate them at 75%, which means in 100 grams of flour, I'm going to use 75 grams of water. In a bowl, we put the all-purpose flour. And now we add the water, 70 grams. With a little spoon, we mix everything. We are not kneading at all, just mixing. Okay, as soon as everything is well mixed, we cover it and we're going to leave it here on the counter for around 30 minutes. In another bowl, now we put the bread flour. And also the water. The same amount of the other one, 70 grams. We mix everything until we have this kind of dough. Looking good. Okay, now we cover it with a lid and let it here to rest for around 30 minutes too. And finally, we go with the rye flour. There goes in. And now the water, 70 grams too, the same. Okay, let me mix everything. Now it's looking like a dough, and that is all. Let me put the lid, and we let it rest here for 30 minutes too. So now the time's up. Let's go with the first dough, the all-purpose flour. Hydrated at 70%. Let me wet my hands, and let's start stretching it. The idea is to get a thin and strong membrane. But as you can see, this is not as strong as I meant. So that means that the hydration for this flour, 70%, is not the appropriate for this one. So what we should do is to lower the hydration to maybe 65 or 60%. Now let's go with the bread flour, the one which is meant to make bread. So I wet my hands and I start stretching it. Now this one looks different. Here we can see a thin and very strong membrane. That means that this flour is meant for this hydration. So we are okay to go. And finally, here's the rye flour, which contains a lot of gluten, but the gluten network is not as good as you can see. Well, there is almost no gluten network. So that's why when you're making a rye bread, there is no need to mix too much. Tip number 2. Did you know that there is no need to knead? What I'm going to show you now, it's called autolyze. In a bowl, we add all the flour of the recipe. And then we add all the water of the recipe too. And now comes the magic. We are not going to knead at all. Just with this Danish whisk, we are going to mix everything. Until we end up with this kind of dough. That's all. Now, we're going to cover it and let it here rest for 30 minutes. And then you'll end up with this. Take a look at this. The dough is fully mixed, already kneaded, without doing anything, just waiting. And now that the dough is fully kneaded, you can just add the yeast or the sourdough starter, the salt, or whatever other ingredient your recipe needs. So the job is done. You thought there was another bread? Tip number 3. If you want to get an excellent oven spring, do this. What we're going to do is to use our Dutch oven. Always preheat it. Now we unmold the bread, and instead of scoring it now, we're going to cover it with a lid and take it to the oven for 6 minutes. And after that time, now we do the scoring, which is much more precise. Good. Now we cover it again with the lid and take it back to the oven as usual. Tip number 4. What? Wait or not to wait? Well, wait or just use in volumes? That is a question. Let's do this experiment. We're going to take 1 full cup of flour. And we're going to weight it. 137 grams. Now with the Danish whisk, I'm going to mix the flour to give it some air to lose it a little bit. Another full cup of flour. And let's weight it. 120 grams. And now let's do the third test. We're going to get another full cup of flour, but this time I'm going to compact it really hard. Okay, time to weight it. 150 grams. What did I say? So, as you have seen, sometimes volumes are not always the same, but weighting, it's always accurate. So, next time in your recipe, weight every ingredient. Tip number 5. Well, stretching and folding is a way that we can give strength to our dough. The gluten network needs to be folded. That's what we're going to do when we start with our hands stretching the dough and folding it into itself in the same bowl. One side, another side, and we continue. This way, we're making the dough really strong. We are making an excellent gluten network. Another way to give strength to our dough, which is much more extreme, is to do the lamination. We're going to stretch the dough on the counter. We need to make it really, really thin without tearing it apart, and we're going to fold it again onto itself, giving it a lot of strength. That means that stretching and folding, or lamination, it's already done. We don't need to do that anymore. And now we can let the dough rise till the end. Tip number 6. When you're baking sourdough bread or just a regular bread, you need to make some steam in the oven. The way to do it is to pour some water in a hot tray in the oven. Another way is just to spray the oven with a sprayer. And a third way is just to use some ice cubes to make some steam too. Now you know all the secrets. Tip number 7. Mixing is not a matter of time. It's a matter of gluten development. While mixing, you need to check the development of the gluten network. You can do it 1 or twice in the mix. And then you'll see the right point when the gluten network is perfectly and you have a lot of strength in the dough. So next time you mix, don't look at your watch and look at your dough. So that's all for today. I hope you have found a new tip, or maybe it was good to see it again and learn something new. So as usual, leave me some comments, like this video, and may the gluten be with you. And this bread is for you.